there's no thinking involved there. They can't access English as a second language. So us standing there trying to give them commands, trying to tell them it's okay, they're not going to hear it. Okay? In that moment, they're actively seeking for safety. They're assessing the threats and they're seeking safety. What is the safest option for me right now? And guess what? You can be that safe option. What? I know. It's incredible. But the weirder you act about it, the weirder the dog feels about it, right? Like if you're crouching, kind of like a goblin, you're just like, take my treat, like a little, like, it's okay, take my treat. Like, we're tiptoeing and we're using high-pitched voices and creepy things like we're offering food, like, take my food, you'll be fine. That's not going to be, it's not going to feel like safety. Yes, today on the podcast, I'm talking about why do we make it so weird around fearful dogs, trying to make them trust us, getting down, crouching, trying to hand them food. It's not working. Let's get into it. Ready to have a calm and peaceful life with your dog without the stress of those fear-based behaviors? Hi, I'm Tracy, and I've been there, overwhelmed by all the conflicting dog training advice and unsure of what to do next. But now I help dog lovers like you simplify your life with your dog by building confidence naturally, fostering trust, and addressing those fear-based challenges. So, if you're ready, stop chopping those chicken wieners and let's get to it. Hey there, friend. Have you ever got halfway through your walk and realized that you're out of treats? And suddenly your dog stops listening, your confidence tanks, and you're standing there thinking, well, I guess I don't matter anymore. Here's the truth. Treats can be a great tool, but that's all they are. They're supposed to be a tool to assist you with your relationship with your dog, not the foundation that it's built on. Because if you build your relationship on a cookie foundation, don't be surprised when that cookie crumbles. But you know what you never run out of, my friend? You. That's right, you. You are the constant in your dog's life. So what if you became the reason and the reward? What if you had the confidence to know exactly what to do and how to be the person that your dog needs you to be? Because that's exactly why I created the Fearless Framework. It's my 3-step trust system that helps you break fear cycles and build real confidence, not only in your dog, but in yourself. Because you, my friend, you are enough. Let me show you how. Enroll in the Fearless Framework today at beyondobedience.ca/fearless. I can't wait to start this journey with you. I'll see you there. Well, hello, my beautiful friend. Welcome to Beyond Obedience, the podcast. Hey, listen, take this moment right now. Take this moment right now. Take a look at your dog. Where's your dog? Where is your dog right now in this moment? Are they just being awesome, like right now? Just being awesome. They're sleeping, they're curled up, they're chewing their favorite toy. Like, what is your dog doing right now? Now just take this moment right now and be like, you're a good dog. Don't call them over. Don't disrupt them. I just want you to feel it. Just in that moment, just take a look at them and give them a little smile. And in your head, I want you to say, what a good dog you are. I'm so blessed that you are in my life. Thank you for being an awesome dog. Just do that. Take that moment right now with me. All right, let's get to this. Today on the podcast, I'm talking about something that I think we need to talk. I think we need to talk about. It's going to be broken up into 2 parts. The first part is going to be for my friends like me that have a fearful dog or a less than confident dog. We're going to talk about a couple of things, but then I'm also going to take a moment and we're going to talk to the people that don't have a fearful dog. We're going to talk about some things because, we had our monthly Zoom chat this month, and I was talking to some of my amazing friends over in the Fearless Framework, and there's a common theme that comes up all the time, and I think we need to talk about it. So let's talk about it. All right. Why I named this podcast Helping a Fearful Dog Without Making It Weird. I really want to say, like, let's stop making it weird for fearful dogs, okay? I mean, I love you, but let's stop making it weird, okay? Because if you've ever found yourself kind of tiptoeing around your dog, changing your life to be like, okay, like, I'm going to come over here, or, you know, whispering, it's okay, like a nervous raccoon or something, like, you know? And this is for, like, all of the exhausted dog moms and the clueless extroverts, I would say. The extroverts. I love you. I love you, extroverts, but sometimes. I have often said this. I've often said I think part of the reason why I get the fearful dogs is that I am a introvert. I am a highly sensitive introvert. I'm also jumpy. I find everything too loud. Like, I just want to curl up in my room by myself with my dogs with a book. Like, that's me. That's like a perfect day for me. Sometimes it's curling up with some Netflix if I'm like a little tired. But, like, that's who I am. And then extroverts. Just coming in and breaking that silence. You know what I'm saying? I love you. But also, shh. All right, so I want to kind of talk about this idea of how we approach the fearful dog, how we exist with the fearful dog, because the main point here is that fear, your dog's fear response isn't a thing that we can train. We're not going to train fear out of your dog. It's not a training flaw. It's not something that we have to do. It's actually a survival response. It's a response to a stimulus, and whether or not you believe that the dog is in danger isn't the point. Like, let's make that perfectly clear. Whether or not you believe the dog is in danger is not the point. And we talk a lot about this when I talk about the 3 steps to building trust. And that first step is this, the dog has to trust you. How does the dog learn to trust you? It's that you start to see the threats. Whether or not they are threats or not doesn't matter. You don't get to decide what things are scary to your dog, right? You don't get to be like, oh gosh, it's nothing. Or you've seen that guy, or that's been there the whole time. Why are you acting like? You don't get to do that. You don't get to decide that for your dog, right? Dogs don't fake fear. It's not like, oh, if I'm going to fake this and then they're going to give me extra treats. Like, dogs don't fake fear, right? So what we don't want is we don't want to, disclude it or be like, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like, gloss over it like it's nothing. But we also don't want to coddle them through it. We don't want to it's okay it through it. You know what I mean? We want to guide them through the other side, right? Because when fear is present, when they shift into right brain mode, and if you don't know what that is, that's all my doganality stuff. Definitely check that out. Definitely check out the doganality stuff. But we think about that as the dog going right brain, which is kind of like their instinctual brain. And when that happens, there's no thinking involved there. They can't access English as a second language. So us standing there trying to give them commands, trying to tell them it's okay, they're not going to hear it. Okay? In that moment, they're actively seeking for safety. They're assessing the threats and they're seeking safety. What is the safest option for me right now? And guess what? You can be that safe option. What? I know. It's incredible. But the weirder you act about it, the weirder the dog feels about it, right? Like if you're crouching, kind of like a goblin, you're just like, take my treat, like a little, like, it's okay, take my treat. Like, we're tiptoeing and we're using high-pitched voices and creepy things like we're offering food, like, take my food, you'll be fine. That's not going to be, it's not going to feel like safety. And I've used this example before. I can't remember the first time I heard it. I can't remember where I heard it, but it was a brilliant example about how Emergency response teams are trained to help us. Like these incredible emergency service people that know exactly how to ease your fear in the moment. They're not coming up to you and being like, oh my gosh, that looks terrible. Like they are coming up to you and they're saying, it's okay. I got you. I've got this under control. You're going to be fine. I've got you. They have this sense of like everything will be fine, and you feel better because they're there. But if they came to you like all crouched over, making a little soft face, going, oh, are you okay? It's okay. You're okay. It's okay. You wouldn't feel safe at all. You wouldn't feel like these people have it under control. And that's why they are specifically trained to help you through that. And that's essentially what I see people doing all the time. They see a fearful dog and they're like, oh, you poor thing. You're so scared. Like, here's a cookie. Here's a thing. Or the opposite, where we just like, it's just the same mailbox you've walked past 3,000 times. What are you doing, right? So we don't want to do that. And my third thing that I wanted to point out is the phrasing, it's okay. Please do not say it's okay, because it's sometimes not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes not okay. We've been talking a lot about this inside the communities over at Beyond Obedience. And one of the things that I keep on having to remind myself, as well as the other amazing dog lovers inside the communities, is that, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because you can't see it does not mean that it doesn't exist. If you have a dog that is having a fear response and you're looking all around, you're like, I don't see it. This dog is just freaking out over nothing. Trust that it's something. And the reason why we say that is because you have no idea. We can't even, as a human species, we can't even remotely fathom the incredibleness of the dog's nose. Like, we can't even imagine it. We can't imagine the smells that they can smell. Like, these dogs can smell cancer inside bodies. There's dogs that can track and trail for days and find missing people and find people underneath, like, a gazillion tons of rubble after an earthquake. Like, you can't even wrap your head around how in tune and how well these dogs can sense the environment around them. And because of that, we have to remind ourselves that if our dog has a response to something and we look around and we listen with our ears and we look around with our eyes, and we can't smell anything, but let's say we smell, we should give them the benefit of the doubt that they can smell stuff and sense things that we can't sense. So we don't want to say it's okay when it's not potentially okay. Right? Saying it's okay and then trying to bribe your dog into that teaches your dog not to trust you. They're literally going to look at you and go, you don't know. Like, you just don't know. You're not seeing it. Right? So instead, we're going to actually listen to them. Like, if they need to quote unquote flee, we're going to let them kind of back up a bit, and we're going to go with them. We're going to wait till we find a safe space, and we're going to be there with them. We're not going to run and retreat and never see the thing, because that's not what I teach inside the program. But instead, we're going to sit in it with them and wait. And I'll tell you, chances are you're going to find the thing. If it's something that's sort of heading towards you, you're going to be like, oh man, there was a dog coming. Oh man, there was an incident. Like, you're going to find out that you were wrong. And then you're going to feel silly. So stop saying it's okay when you don't know it's okay, right? Trust is built in that silence and presence and how you respond under pressure. And if you do not take them seriously, if you completely disregard their fear, they will stop coming to you for help. Remember, I originally said you can be that safe space. You can be the thing that they search for when they have that moment. You can be that thing of trust, but they will not trust. Your dog is not going to trust you if you keep just disregarding what they say, if you just keep telling them it's okay when it's not okay. So take a moment, back up if you need to, take a moment and see. If you have the time, just sit down. When your dog starts to feel comfortable, let's just sit and watch and wait. And maybe nothing shows up, but maybe it does. Or maybe the thing that they smelt turned and went the other way. Doesn't matter. The point is you stayed, right? You were there with them. And then when your dog feels like, you feel like your dog is feeling better and calm, you can say, okay, let's go back. Let's go. Let's head home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's for us. That's for like people like me that have the fearful dog. Now, buckle in. Buckle in, friends, because if you don't have a fearful dog, I feel like we need to talk about this. I feel like we need to talk about this. This is one of the reasons why I'm like, if you're a dog lover and you love dogs, you don't have a fearful dog, and you're like, it's too bad I don't have a fearful dog. I'd love to jump into that program and be with that community. I am going to encourage you to come on over anyway. You know why? Because you can learn so much from the people that have fearful dogs to have a greater understanding of how fearful dogs process the world, how they get through the world, how they step through space, and the challenges that owners of fearful dogs have. Because, and I'm going to start this off by saying, if this is you, know that I love you. I love you. I do love you. It's just, you don't know what you don't know, right? And I didn't know it for the longest time either. I didn't know it either. I was doing these same things because that's what we were all taught. But if you approach a dog or a person walking a dog and you can see that that dog is like kind of looking a little unsure, can you do me a favor and follow these little tips? First of all, if the owner says to you, he's afraid, she's fearful, she's whatever, please do not try to engage with the dog. Please do not say the words, it's okay because dogs love me. Please don't say that. Please don't say this. I'm gonna say a very, very harsh truth right now. Know that I love you, but I'm gonna say it because I need to say these words. So if this is you, I don't want to offend you. I just take this with love. Know that it comes from a place of love. But I will say this: if you are someone that says dogs really like me, and you continue to try to approach the dog and maybe try to give a cookie or fist bump them in the face. You know what I'm saying when I say fist bump them in the face? Okay, like, we all got taught this for some reason. I don't even know where it came from. This idea that you close your hand in a fist and hold it out for the dog to smell. To me, it looks like now, like you're fist bumping their face. Nobody wants to be fist bumped in the face. Nobody. It's not how dogs greet one another. It makes no sense to them. It's making it weird. You're making it weird. So don't do it. Okay? It's probably nobody on my podcast, if I'm being 100. Like, you guys that are listening to this kind of stuff, you're not going up to strange dogs and fist bumping them in the face. But I'm just going to put it out there. Please don't say things like dogs love me, because if you understood dogs, you would know that the best thing that you can do for that dog is to leave them alone. The absolute best thing that you can do is to leave them alone. Don't look at them. Don't try to touch them. Still talk to the owner, because the experience of being around a stranger, and a stranger that didn't put any pressure on that dog, and then that dog gets to go home, that dog gets to go home with the win. They get to go back to their comfort zone and be like, I met a person, I didn't die, they didn't try to touch me, I didn't have to go through my fearful panic stage, and I came home and I lived. And that goes into their confidence bank, their brave bank. They get to notch off a little spot on their brave bank that says, I did it. But if you insist on, it's okay, dogs love me, you try to fist bump them in the face, and the dog freaks out, and the dog gets more anxious, and then the dog's getting uncomfortable and whatnot, the dog didn't win. The dog just goes back and is like, see, you proved the point that people can't be trusted, that people are like irrational and weird and they do weird things. That's all that you've done. So if you love dogs the way you say you love dogs, the very best thing that you can do is not approach them. You see a dog that is like, I don't know if I like you, just walk on by. And if the owner wants to talk to you, you want to talk to the owner, fine. But don't engage with the dog. Stop making it weird. Stop fist bumping dogs in the face. Just stop it. Like, oh my gosh, we should put that on a t-shirt. Stop fist bumping dogs in the face. I have so many t-shirt ideas. I totally want that one. Why don't I have a notepad when I record this? I want that one. Don't fist bump dogs in the face. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to tell Paisley we're gonna put that on a t-shirt. Don't fist bump dogs in the face, and then beyond obedience. That'll be amazing. All right, anyway, I digress. The point is, you can't build trust by forcing an interaction. That's not how trust is built, right? Certainly not mutual trust. That's for darn sure. It doesn't work that way. And you can't really fix fear with food. And I know people will say, yeah, but it works. And just because a dog takes food from you, if the dog takes food for you, but many of the people that are inside the program will say, my dog won't take food from people. Like, they tried. No, my dog won't take food from people. And of course you wouldn't. If you were running for your life from a bear, would you stop for a snack? Like, wouldn't you be like, you know what, I'm famished. I should get a muffin or something and just stop and take a little break? No. When you're in survival mode, your whole body, like, everything is drawn away from your, your digestive system, and all the blood pumps into your limbs because you're ready to flee. You're not thinking about food. But even if you have a dog that does take food, it didn't make them feel better about you. It just made them take food. Like, it's not the same thing. You don't understand dogs, and you don't understand how dogs work their way through the fear cycle. You don't understand how dogs build trust. It's a process, or process, however you want to say it. But it takes time. Right? They have to go through it themselves. They need to check you out from multiple angles. They need to be able to sniff. Need to be able to assess, like, what are you doing? What do you smell like? What's coming off of your body? What's coming off of your breath? Is there cortisol there? Are you nervous? Are you insecure? Like, they have to go through all of this stuff to be like, okay, I think I'm okay here. It takes time. It doesn't take a cookie. It takes time. And if you're not planning on ever seeing this dog again, why put them through that? Why put them through that? That's what I always say for any of my students that are inside the Fearless Framework. We talk about that a lot, especially about people coming into your house. If you have a dog that doesn't like people coming into your house, first question I ask is, how often is that person going to be there and how important are they? Because if it's the delivery guy, if it's the furnace repair guy or whatnot, then I put my dogs away. We're not going to go through it. Why go through it? Furnace repair guy is not going to be coming, hopefully, not going to be coming to your house all the time. But if it's a friend of yours that you want to have over all the time, then take the time. And we'll build a protocol, and I'll teach you exactly what you should and shouldn't do to help your dog deal with strangers in your house until they're not strangers anymore. Right? I will help you do that. But if it's the furnace guy, put your dog away. Let the guy do his work and send him on his way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there you go. So what do we do instead? Of course, we want to be predictable. We want to be present. We want to be worth following. Everything that we talk about here on the podcast. Everything we talk about here on the podcast. So just this whole just don't make it weird. Stop making it weird for your dog, right? Understand how dogs process the world, what space means to them, what body language means to them. Like, you shrinking down, yes, it makes you more approachable if a dog is feeling like he wants to approach you. That's the difference. People are like, yeah, but you want to make yourself small so you're not as intimidating. Yeah, if the dog's approachable. But if they're not, you crouching down and trying to break their fear doesn't make you seem like that you're somebody trustworthy. Makes you seem like a little sketchy. why are you crouching down like that? And why did your voice go all weird like that? Like, why are you acting like that? Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. So there you go. Know that I love you. Know that I love you. Some of that was harsh. But I used to say that all the time, that I have spent so many years studying dogs that I understand dogs to a level that means I understand when a dog doesn't want me anywhere near them. And I respect them enough to give them that space. That is loving dogs, right? Lots of people running around there going, I love dogs, dogs love me. I love dogs, dogs love me. But if you really, truly want to love dogs, you need to understand them at a much deeper level. And I'm talking about deeper level than, tail wags and lip licks and other things like that. Like, really get to know them, really get to understand them. And that's a study that takes time. I'm still studying. I still attend a monthly class for dog behavior every single month. Like, I'm still learning. We could always learn more. There you go. Don't make it weird. Just don't make it weird, friends. Listen, if you like this episode and you're not offended and you still want to be my friend, make sure that you take some time to share this episode with a friend. Now, listen, I will say this. If you're going to share this with somebody that you know is not respecting your dog's boundaries, maybe send it anonymously. Just be like, I heard this podcast, friend. You might want to listen to it. Send it anonymously. I don't want to be starting any fights between you and neighbors and stuff like that. Okay. But as always, I want you to, if you can, share it with a friend. Share it on your socials. Share it and rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Give me a comment on Spotify. Anything you do to reach out to let me know that you're enjoying the show. And if you have a comment or question that you would like featured on this podcast, there's a brand new thing on my website. If you go to beyondobedience.ca/contact and scroll down to the bottom, there's a little microphone there that you can click on and you can ask me a question. You can tell me how much you're enjoying the podcast, and we might feature you and your question on this podcast. Wouldn't that be exciting? That would be exciting. I'd love to do that for you. All right, as always, my dog lover friend, get out there today and be the person that your dog thinks you are, because your dog thinks that you're amazing. And so do I. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Oh, and one more thing. This podcast is meant for entertainment and education purposes only, and it's not meant to replace hands-on professional training. If you're really struggling with your dog, please reach out to a professional in your area. All right, I think that's it. Bye for now.